we're here with our honored guest here, Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu. How are you, sir?
I'm terrific, especially after this week in Washington with President Trump.
You've had a great week in Washington. I think the world has had a great week in Washington. This is probably, in all my years watching Israeli-United States relations, the pinnacle. Why is that? Is it you and Trump's chemistry? Is it because you're on the same page? Why do you think that is?
I think President Trump is the greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the White House. I think he's not only making a tremendous change in the Israeli-American alliance, strengthening it beyond anything we've seen up to now, but also he's a great leader for America and for the world. And all of that comes together in this meeting between two great allies, America and Israel. Israel has no better friend than America, now under President Trump's leadership. And America has no greater friend than Israel. And it's a meeting of the minds and hearts.
And President Trump comes into office and he sees what took place before. I don't want to drag you into our world. Sees what he's taken place before, with weapons being withheld and other things taking place. And he seems to say, I'm going to turn the page on this.
Well, he did right away.
And I know Bibi Netanyahu. I've known him a long time. You two are friends. You have the same principles. And he acts immediately, right?
Instantaneously. I mean, what he did in the first 2 weeks is to do everything that he promised to do. You know, he did great things in his first term. He recognized Jerusalem as our capital, moved the American embassy there, recognized our sovereignty in the Golan Heights, got out of the disastrous Iran deal, brokered the Abraham Accords in which we made peace with 4 Arab states. He did that in 4 months. Didn't happen in 25 years, you know. So he was a great leader then, but he started now the second term, you know, he hit the tarmac right. So he got, from the delivery of weapons that were being withheld to us, as we're fighting a 7-front war for our existence against our common enemies. He went against anti-Semitism. He went against the ICC, this corrupt so-called international court that targets America, targets Israel, targets democracies. Listen, it's a great beginning and a restart, a recalibration of our great alliance.
Let's talk about this restart. Since October 7th, that brutal assault on the Israeli people, a lot of things changed in the Middle East. I mean, you're defeating Hamas. They're almost finished. Look at Hezbollah. They're on their backs. You took on Nasrallah. You're taking on the Houthis almost single-handedly. So you're getting some help, but not enough, in my opinion, from the rest of the world. And then Iran. Iran is as weak as it's ever been in half a century since that revolution took place. Was that the idea early on, or did that kind of develop? That is, we're going to take Hamas, maybe then Hezbollah, or did things just sort of evolve?
Look, I said on October 8th, that's a day after we had this horrible massacre, the worst attack on Jews since the Holocaust, where these monsters came in, murdered 1,200 people, raped our women, beheaded our men, burned our babies alive. These monsters, you know, they had to be hit. But I said in the second day, after this horrendous assault, I said, we'll change the Middle East. And I was eyeing Iran. I can't tell you that I had it all sewn up, but I knew that first we take Hamas. Then we go for Hezbollah. These are the two tentacles of this toxic Iranian octopus. But ultimately, I knew that we were facing Iran. So we tear down the Iran axis, and that's what we proceeded to do. We finished Hamas, turned to the north, to Hezbollah, surprised them with the pagers. I gave President Trump a pager, a gold-plated pager, because I know he likes initiatives. He likes surprises. He likes to surprise the world. Well, we surprised the world, and we certainly surprised our enemies. I thought he should have that, and I think he appreciated that. But we did the pagers on Hezbollah, then we destroyed the vast missile and rocket arsenal that they built over decades, and then we got Nasrallah. And I decided he has to be knocked out because he was the axis of the Iranian axis. And if we knock him out, we deal a devastating blow to Iran's terror axis, and that's exactly what happened. Syria collapsed right after that. And so most of the Iran axis has been dealt, has been decimated. We still have an issue. The President and I discussed it. Iran's quest for nuclear weapons. They cannot be allowed to have nuclear weapons. We both agree on that. And we also have to finish off what remains of Hamas while we try to get all our hostages out. We agree on all that. And that's a point of agreement that makes us both a lot more powerful. When there's no daylight between an American president and an Israeli prime minister, that strengthens our hand. It shortens military conflicts. It allows us to achieve a quick victory and to change the Middle East. That's what we've been doing. But together with President Trump, we can change the course of history. We can get more peace agreements. We can have a broader and lasting peace. That's what President Trump and our partnerships brings to the equation.